This is Super Mario World Any Percent by Bruno Visnati and Americando, and we're going to watch TASBot console verify the run now. So this run is from 2015. The actual length for this is, let me pull this up really quick, is tasvideos.org/3019m.html. So this 80% starts out like a lot of the other runs for Super Mario World. The honest truth is you start to see a common thread, because at a certain point, the first level is just simply optimized, and there's not really anything you can do to make it go faster. So you just sort of show around and do some silly things to make it look entertaining. And that's definitely the case here. Without losing any time, no last flag frames, since this one is exclusively focused on speed alone. You see all kinds of weirdness here. Like Mario having more than one thing in his mouth and triggering the end goal tape before it should be possible because of his... because of the way the tongue interacts with the goal tape. It's pretty crazy, by the way. So this level is pretty pedestrian. Nothing really weird is happening here. But I lied, because it's about to get really weird. So what's happening here is a block duplication glitch, and he's going to get all the way over to where Yoshi is, hop on Yoshi, and then hit a block, which will trigger wings right there. And that allows you to end this level much earlier than you normally would be able to. Now, if you thought that level ended kind of strangely, have a look at this. So, he's messing around because he can. Again, any entertainment that's possible without losing time is acceptable. But right here, he's setting up a very interesting glitch. I'm going to turn up the volume for just a second. Listen carefully. Did you hear that? That's not supposed to happen. Now, you might notice this route is a little odd. First of all, there's no audio, no music, and we go back all the way to the first level. Watch carefully what happens in this. It almost looks like a desync. Yeah, random Reznor death. Speaking of random deaths, as someone in chat just said, by the way, this is being recorded on Twitch. There's a fair number of people watching, although I don't know how many are watching right now, because I just spent a whole lot of time doing silly things that had nothing to do with the game. But for anybody watching this on YouTube later, that's a real honest-to-goodness death right there. So he looks like he died inside of a box. And yes, it is 3019m.html. And that, my friends, is the fastest way known to get through this level. It is possible with human skill. I've seen Tina Hacks do it, I've seen others do it, but I've never seen it done quite as expertly as that. So this level is going to be fairly similar to the RTA strat, with a couple of minor changes. First of all, Mario is at his maximum speed, but flying oddly. Because he can. I love this section. Just because it's flying, but it's flying with style. Now that is palette corruption. He managed to pull the key off screen in a way that completely messed with things. Now there's one other thing I want to draw your attention to. In the lower left section of my screen, which my stream is always pretty crazy, below the can of Pepsi that some random person is drawing, you'll see there is a controller that TASBot is holding. And if you look really carefully, you can actually see that the left and right buttons are being pulsed back and forth like mad. TASBot is, in fact, button mashing at 60 Hertz. So he's pressing left and then letting go of left and pressing right and doing it again. So you can see here that Shell and Mario's cape are flying back and forth at extraordinary speed. That's because it's the fastest way to move to the right. So whenever it's possible to do so, that technique is used to get Mario through the level quicker than normal. Now this Ghost Palace is mostly normal until you get to the end. Although that clip, or that flip right through those ghosts is hard for me to pull off. I know it's RTA viable, but I just can never do it. Also, that flight mechanic there is just insane. And the jump off the P-switch is just swag. So have a look carefully at what's happening here with these blocks. Mario seems to not really care how many he takes out at once. And it says, do it, with Mario filling in the top of the T. Which I thought was a pretty clever way of doing it. So Funkmaster, it's 30 Hz mashing if you are only working with one button. But you can 60 Hz mash with two buttons. And more palette corruption there. Minor, but definitely there. So you'll see some more of that strategy here. But first he's going to grab this guy. Listening carefully, are you? And yes, what you just heard was Mario going to the music for that whole first stanza. Well, the mass, it's because it does say Dewey, but Mario fills in the T. Also, I love how Mario manages to fling the block at the question block, and the speed is just incredible. How to burp your baby dino. That's burping your baby dino while also giving it whiplash. I mean serious whiplash. Speed on that is really good. Yanny. Laurel. Yanny. This centrifuge your baby dino. Whiplash. Also, don't try this on your RTA attempt. It does not usually end well. Also, definitely don't try this. Ever. You can try this. I've managed to make it through here without turning the lights on. They're not too hard to see. I've never done it with so much swag, though. Okay, so a fairly pedestrian fight, mostly. But there are a couple more surprises left. Do not try this at home. Injury may occur to your siblings when you throw your controller. I love this messing around. There is a hitbox on that thing, and Mario loves flirting with it. So now he's got his extra Koopa shell. Professional robot. Closed course. Do not attempt. Mario is into clowns, I suppose? I don't know. All I know is I don't know where on earth the... Oh, there it is. I didn't know where the mushroom went. That's just wrong right there. And the glitched graphic on that oversized bowling ball, or whatever it's supposed to be. Oh, he's juggling it all right. I just love how much he messes around in this. Okay, so she throws another one. But instead of juggling it long term, because of lag, he collects it right away. So he still only has one mushroom. But he'll be needing it. Wow, the princess... Oh my. Anyway, just saying. She landed on him. And that's kind of disturbing. And that, my friends, is Super Mario World Any %.